And welcome back to the video. Uh, Today I'll be showing you my swordtail breeding project. Over here in this container I've collected all of the swordtails. You can see the fry, juvenile, the adult. I'm just sorting out the fry to make sure I get all the ones out with the bent spine and only keep the ones that are very good. The females, the quantity of females is around 9 females, I guess, and 2 males. These swordtails, the juvenile, are about 1 month old, little over 1 month old. As you can see over here, this is the front view of the tank. Towards the right hand side, there's an open area where all of the fishes gather whenever I'm feeding them. And mostly the tank is covered with pearlweed and guppy grass towards the top and towards the left hand side. So the only open space they have is this, just so they can just so the fry can have a good amount of hiding space, because swordtails are one of those live bearers that love to eat their fry. It is very hard to get them to not eat their fry. They always eat their fry in most cases. As you can see over here, all of them gather towards the right hand side of the tank. The thing about swordtails is swordtails like hard water, so make sure your water is hard. pH should be around 7, mostly neutral. They can tolerate high pH. What I have here are all of the fries collected in a single tank, just so I can focus on growing them faster. And the thing is, the ones that grow up with the parents, the juveniles, they started eating the fry that were being born. So just to make sure that I get maximum amount of babies, I separated them, and those fry have been separated now. And here I'm feeding them a low protein flake food, because um, swordtails tend to get bloated if you feed them too much protein. Well, I don't know if someone else has noticed this or no, but this is my personal opinion, because I was feeding them a high protein pellet for a very long time, and then suddenly two of the adult females got extremely bloated. I stopped feeding for 5 days, they went back to normal, and I did lose 3 fry out of this batch, and their stomach was also bloated. So maybe the fry weren't able to tolerate that. So I realized that they need a major green component to their diet. They need a lot of vegetable matter, as these fishes are after all omnivores, so they like eating a lot of green things. When I say green things, spirulina flakes, green peas, um, French beans, a lot of things that are similar to the diet of a pleco. So make sure you do that. Algae wafers, so all of those things, make sure you have those. Give them a varied diet. Make sure water is hard, and also make sure that you have zero ammonia nitrate in your tank. Make sure water is clean. Use live plants. I love using pearlweed. It creates this floating island on top of my tank where all of the newborn fry collect. So I put the flake food in between of the pearlweed. I crush it up. I put it there, and the adults are not able to get over there, and I feed them separately. I feed the adults towards the right hand side. I feed the fry towards the left hand side. It's very simple. Extremely easy fish to breed. No need to do any extra work. If you have a massive tank or a pond, then you can just let them colony breed. But over here I'm noticing that the newborns are getting eaten by the ones born before, so I need to make sure that that does not happen. So I separated the newborns, I mean the ones from the previous batch. I leave the newborn fry in the tank because the parents don't seem to go after them whenever they're hiding in the guppy grass and all, because the parents like to be in the open area, and whenever they have to deliver fry, the females, They go towards the back of the tank where the guppy grass is extremely dense. They hide over there, they have their babies, and then they come out in the open waters. This is one of my favorite fishes. Really like how they are. Extremely peaceful, non-aggressive community fish. Lots of different colors. Also they come in a very good size. They're not too small but not too big. It immediately catches your eye. Whenever you look at a swordtail, you it just catches your eye. You cannot help but look at it because it is a beautiful fish. It is a very peaceful fish. It can be kept in many different tanks. Many different tanks. You don't have to worry about it that much. So over here you can see I have some guppy grass that is purling in the same tank as the swordtail. The guppy grass is purling, as you can see over here. So this is because I did a massive water change on this tank because I caught all of the fishes out. The only reason I changed the water in this tank was because I added some crushed coral and I wanted to see the full effect of it. So I added it towards the back of the tank. So that is the reason. The guppy grass is purling. Everything seems to be doing well. So now I'll put the fishes back in this tank and you will be able to see them eating some grindle worms. This video was shot before that video, the one where I did the water change, so sorry about that. So over here you can see that the swordtails are eating some grindle worms. This is the video from when I got them about a month and a half ago. So you can see over here I have a lot of grindle worms in this syringe, and as soon as I put it in, they all will come and start eating. Grindle worms are one of my favorite things to give to fishes. It tends to put a lot of weight on the fishes. They tend to get nice and fat, and they tend to get a lot more active when I feed them grindle worms. But mostly I've started feeding them pellets and flakes as of now because I do not have that much time. So for that reason, as I said, it is an extremely easy fish to keep, does not require much, does not take up a lot of time, very cost effective to feed and keep, and also a very beautiful fish to look at, very peaceful, and will mostly go in a wide variety of water parameters. It is not picky about the water. A little bit of hardness, a little bit of crushed coral, a little bit of oyster shells, that's all you need. Don't stress about the water too much. They do well. They thrive in most water parameters. So over here you can see this is the previous batch that they had given, and you can see all of them are picking through the debris collected at the bottom. They just keep picking at it entire day. They just keep looking for things over there to eat. It is a very good way to grow them. So they keep picking through that. The white things you see are grindle worms. So thank you for watching this video. I'll keep you updated about my swordtail breeding project. Thanks a lot.